Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. Who's going to win this fight? Well, first of all, who's going to win this fight? Let's take a look at their latest performances.
Would you like a sweetie?
A what?
A sweetie.
I'll take a Smartie.
These are Smarties, indeed. A absolutely stupendous confectionery.
In which Chris Eubank Jr. fought Liam Smith for a second time, in which Chris Eubank Jr. dropped Liam Smith in round 4. Chris Eubank Jr. then dropped him again. Chris Eubank Jr. then put more punishment on Liam Smith and the rest enough to stop the fight in round 10.
Eubank chopping down with the right. Smith trying to stay out of the way.
And after this, Chris Eubank Jr. wanted to fight Camille Sharameta, in which Chris Eubank Jr. dropped Camille in round 1. Chris Eubank Jr. then dropped him again in round 6.
Not a lot of head movement there. Obviously that
Chris Eubank Jr. then dropped Camille Sharameta twice, and the rest enough to stop the fight in round 7.
And they will wave it off.
Now let's take a look at Conor Benn's latest performances, in which he fought Rodolfo Orozco, in which Conor Benn started off great, rocked Rodolfo in round 3.
Right hand that's been so successful in his last couple of fights.
Look at that right hand.
Conor Benn then rocked him again in round 9,
Clearly showing
There it
signs.
is right there.
and Conor Benn won by decision.
Conor, the Destroyer.
And after this, Conor Benn wanted to fight Peter Dubson, in which Conor Benn started off very fast, landing some great combinations, took control of the whole entire fight, and Conor Benn won by decision.
Conor, the Destroyer.
Now, the outcome of this fight is really going to suck for the loser because they're carrying their father's last name and legacy, so that's why it means a lot to them. But now, how's this fight going to go and who's going to win this fight? Well, I'm going to be honest, when it got announced that this fight was being rebooked, I thought it was going to be an easy fight for Chris Eubank Jr., considering that he's got the crazy size advantage and he's been performing a lot better, and I still believe that now. There's no way that people believe it's going to be a close and competitive fight. Now, is it going to be an entertaining fight? Yes, but not a close one. I think the only reason there's hope for Conor Benn is because of his fighting style, since this pressure and speed is what makes it seem like he can give Chris Eubank Jr. a hard fight, but realistically, Chris Eubank Jr. is not going to have a problem dealing with Conor Benn's pressure. I believe the way he wins this fight is by controlling the range, picking his shots, and landing the cleaner and bigger combinations. He's going to make it hard for Conor Benn to come forward and get anything going. So Chris Eubank Jr. is going to embarrass Conor Benn, and he's going to pick him apart. The jabs, uppercuts, and just a flurry of combinations are going to be way too much for Conor Benn to handle. Conor Benn is relying on covering the distance and putting that pressure on Chris Eubank Jr. and knocking him out, but that's not going to happen. He hasn't been able to do it in his latest fight, so how's he going to be able to do it against a much bigger guy who's got all the advantages? So I got Chris Eubank Jr. outlanding Conor Benn and embarrassing him, and afterwards Conor Benn is going to want to retire after that devastating loss.